Hey, what's up, everyone? We're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back again.
Yeah.
How's it been?
Well, we're keeping this going. It's a thing.
Yeah, I guess it is a thing.
Nice.
Fourth episode or something. It's a thing.
It's officially something that we're committed to, and that makes me really happy.
All right. You know what else makes me really happy?
Being alive.
Being alive and being able to watch the My Hero Academia Heroes Rising movie. That's what makes me happy.
You know what made me happy about my experience was that the area I sat in didn't smell.
Oh, same.
Are anime fans getting it together?
No, they're not. They're never gonna get it together.
Well, in the credit of my movie theater, there was no one sitting in front of me, but I was sitting next to someone. It was just like an adult couple. They look like they're in their mid-30s, and I didn't say anything to them because I was more focused on watching. But with you, was it like a packed theater?
Oh, I wouldn't say it was packed. I would say there was a decent amount of people there.
Nice. That's good to know.
Yeah, I mean, unlike a lot of other movies, My Hero actually had some showings on the weekend.
Was it like a full 2 weeks, or?
I think so. At least a week and a half, as far as I know. Maybe 2 weeks.
Wow.
I'm just glad that it had weekend showings. Again, a lot of anime movies these days only show on weekdays, and it's terrible.
Weathering with You was on like on a Tuesday night, and right after I had to go to work, and I was like, this is the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, it really is. But I'm still glad that I watched it. I was very happy with it. I guess now is the time to say spoilers ahead. You've been warned. We'll probably spoil parts of the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, pause now or switch to a different video because...
And check out our other episodes.
Yeah, check out our other episodes and check out our other short videos and where we try to be funny, but we're not. So...
No, I think we're funny. It's just everyone else is just missing the point to all of our videos. But anyway, so did you watch it subbed or dubbed?
I watched it English sub.
Okay, I watched it dubbed, not knowing I bought a dub ticket because it was.
I mean, that's not bad though. We'll have two different perspectives to talk about.
It wasn't bad, and we'll go into voice acting maybe later on.
Ooh, I dropped my phone.
You dropped something. My jaw.
I'm just gonna leave it down here.
But yeah, I guess we'll start with general. What do you think, if I may ask you first?
Well, I loved it. I mean, it wasn't like terrible by any means. Like I really enjoyed the film. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than the first movie.
You're lying, really.
I liked it a lot more. I mean, I have my reasons. Overall, I just felt very pleased with what they presented with us. So I guess we could start getting really into some of the details of the movie.
Yeah, go for it.
I really enjoyed. So I guess the first movie, what was it? Two Heroes.
I don't remember the name.
You only really had like part of the class fighting. Like you didn't get everyone. Like some of the characters were just in their hotel rooms or they made a quick cameo. In this movie, you had the entire class fighting.
That is a plus. I agree.
I really love that. Like you got highlights of everyone, like especially characters that you don't typically see fight or have a main focus. Like Ojiro, the guy with the weird normal tail guy.
Right.
Like he had moments.
Dude, the
Aoyama.
The tape guy, Sarah?
Yeah, Sarah. Oh man.
I like Sarah. I like his uniform.
He had big moments in this movie, and it was great to see these characters all cooperate together and struggle against an enemy. So I guess that's another thing too, is that like in this movie, or I guess in general in My Hero, you know that they're students.
Right.
You know, they're still learning. They're not experts in what they do. And what I really liked is that they had such a hard time struggling against these villains. Like they had to cooperate. They barely won. You know, when I think about the first movie, some of the henchmen, they cleaned those guys up, like not easily, but it didn't look like they had that much trouble against them.
It's kind of like what kind of villains are you if you can't handle students?
Exactly.
Like, did you really think you'd be able to take down big time heroes?
Yeah, and like in this one, what the wolf guy, he was rocking it.
He was rocking it, but that was the craziest looking villain. Then again, he did make a point saying, "There's a reason why I'm called a monster. Look at me." He's like, "Ah!"
but that's what I mean though, is that like he rocked like what 5 students,
yeah,
something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been like a week or two since I watched it, but he gave them such a hard time. Like they only managed to capture one of them in the end.
Right.
You know?
You can almost say they lucked out.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of things favored your side of the battle, and you were smart enough to take an approach, but you still came out as like, dude, we would have failed.
I mean, like one of the scenes or one of the fights that I really enjoyed kind of seeing was Tokiyami and Mina.
Yeah, the hair girl.
Because against the hair girl. Because one, Tokiyami, like he said the most chuny thing ever. He's like, "Oh, it was like the darkness. Welcome to my world." I was like, "Oh, this guy."
The darkness is my strength. I'm like, yeah, he's the epitome of like the edgelord.
But like he was fighting against her. Like he was the main offense against her because he believed he was strong enough in the darkness to take care of her. But Mina was there too, which she was really dope, doing all of her flips, trying to avoid the stuff until she got hit, obviously.
Right.
But those two characters, they struggled so hard. Like Tokiyami had to lose control in order to defeat the hair girl.
Right.
Like, and it was just crazy. Like that's how far that they got pushed. Is that everyone got pushed to go, I guess, plus ultra to go past their limits.
Right.
Like Ochako had big moments in this too.
Right.
She had to force herself to push harder and make things float more. Like everyone was exhausted by the end of this.
Yeah, and they did honestly believe that they lost.
Yeah.
Like almost every step of the way, especially when like they did the generic enemy retreating. It's like, no, we lost this and it's not looking good. But it's cool that we see that growth within them getting stronger with how they're handling everything. Like even after the first battle, the fact that they focus more on making sure the townspeople were okay, everyone's getting fed, Momo creating every supply she could think of.
She made another cannon.
Yeah, she made another cannon and so much toilet paper that we could use here in this day and age. And it is cool to see that because they are students. Now to go further with this whole they're just students ordeal, and I was irritated at this, obviously, but when their communications were cut off, the fact that they said 4 times, "My cell phone's out. What's wrong? My cell phone's out." Part of me was like, dude, no wonder you guys are amateurs. You have no backup communication. I was thinking, like, does anyone have, like, a flare that means red means, bad and black
you have to think about
danger?
It this way. When they first went to the island, I don't think they were expecting a major villain to come. For sure. Because they were just expecting to do small-time jobs. They already said that the island had a small population and nothing really happens.
Like 1,000 people, the only crimes that happen are, like, pickpocketing and, like, jaywalking.
Yeah, see, so I don't think they would have prepared for such a huge villain to come and fight them,
For sure. And I feel that some of the teachers would probably say what I'm saying is like, you need to take everything into account. You don't know what's out there. You need to have precautions when your communication runs out or you lose a hero or townspeople are in danger. You have to prioritize. Like, I'm obviously not a hero, but that was probably one thing I was kind of like, come on, man, communication's key. You need to have a backup. That's why I was laughing really hard when the main characters of the little children, she made a giant version of Deku, and I was like, you guys need to come here and help them. It was like the most adorable looking help signal ever. Like, they need help. Oh, look how chubby Deku is. So I thought that was funny. What'd you think of the villains?
Let's see. What did I thought the what was his power? It was
9.
Not 9. It was similar to the tape, but it was like
the red tape. So
you have to get inanimate objects and then like turn them to quote unquote life. Puppets. Like I thought that was really dope. I liked how essentially once you got caught by him, like it was hard to get out.
Yeah.
And then Bakugo, being Bakugo, was just somehow like, ah! But
That's
no,
how
like
we
he was
describe
pretty.
him.
He was pretty dope. I really liked the wolf guy because he was more of a chimera. That's what it seemed like to
Yeah,
me.
it's like
Yo,
your quirk is like so like odd. It's like no wonder you were seen as an outcast kind of deal.
I was honestly like, god damn, when they beat him, I was like, did they not just kill him? Like Todoroki, did they not just like,
Right.
because he just shoved his hand in his mouth and just went to his coldest temperature. And just,
Absolute zero.
you know, like I was like, dang, Todoroki. Like,
Is that his first kill? Like as a hero?
I mean, you at the end you see the guy in handcuffs, so
oh yeah. So
it would have been dope.
him.
It would have been dope, but like I was like, damn, that guy, he straight could have got murdered.
Right.
But I mean, that's how desperate they were, you know.
And I do like how Todoroki used the concept of his dad.
Yeah.
To like, turn it up turn the heat up as much as you can.
He's gonna turn his heat down.
Yeah, or like whatever he had going forward with that. And like with the enemies, like I thought the main enemy 9 was like, obviously he's a discount all for one.
Yeah, he's a discount all for one. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's like he takes powers, but not everyone's powers kind of deal. Like he has a limit. He was cool, but he was pretty generic. The whole like stay out of my way, I'll destroy you, and I'm doing this to keep myself alive. Like the whole we're gonna do a ideology, like an ideal world. I'm like, I've seen that before, but like I'll let it slide because it's a My Hero movie. Because there are probably a lot of young anime fans that haven't seen a guy like that. That's just like we're gonna cleanse the world and purge all the heroes and have a
no, yeah,
world.
I guess I could see that now. I didn't really think about that before. His motives are somewhat generic.
Very, very. And everyone knows, I do agree. The wolf guy, probably my favorite hero. The second one was the tape guy. And I kind of wish they made like the red hair girl a little more involved. Because all she did was just like swing her hair and then
she only had like the one fight.
The one
I mean, I guess that goes... Oh no, because the wolf guy had like two big battles, right?
Yeah.
I guess I could.
And then they were able to take down the red tape ninja guy, and he was taken prisoner, and somehow like that's about it. But going forward with everyone else, like the main kids and the heroes, obviously we got the same shtick that they always do, but man, the battle towards the end, the one part I did not see coming was Deku just being like, dude, like, Bakugo, take it. I was right away, I was like, no, don't do it.
Passing it down to him.
So automatically, me being like a fan of like obviously like the Broly films, was the original Broly movie when Goku begged Vegeta for his power. I instantly was like, dude, this is like a reverse of that moment, because Deku's free willingly giving his power to Bakugo kind of deal in order to like band together.
He was passing the one for all over.
But part of it was like, no, don't do it. It doesn't matter. Like, you can't.
Yeah, so like during that, I was like, I got a little confused because Deku's passing one for all over to Bakugo, but I guess my understanding is that there's like this little in-between moment where in the process of passing it over to Bakugo, they were both able to use the one for all. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, I was very confused.
Like there's a window of time where both of them can use it, and then at the very end or something, All Might was just saying like, oh, Bakugo passed out before the transfer can be complete. I thought so. Out of everything that happened in that movie, I thought that was a little like, bullshit. I call bullshit on it.
Well, yeah, naturally. And keep in mind, this is what we would agree is a non-canon film. But this film is a continuation of the first film, because I noticed the scar on Deku's hand. I'm pretty sure that's not in the anime, the main anime.
Well, you also
that scar's from that glove that he used in the first movie, so it's supposed to be a continuation of what happened, right? Or am I getting things mixed up?
I'm pretty sure that scar is...
It's always there?
I'm sure it's always there. I mean,
my bad.
Deku's always been training. His hands are scarred up.
Okay, I may need to watch both movies back to back, but I don't know. That's what I assumed. Like, because when you see him, that scar is so gnarly. I assumed that was the same hand he used the glove that scientist girl gave to her. Sorry.
I mean, his hand's mostly just gnarly because he always breaks his fucking hand in the beginning, remember?
Like, oh, his hands are so durable. Kind of reminds you of Tanjiro. Because every time they see him, like, his hands are so, like messed up. Like, oh, yeah, that's him. That's him. But I think All Might's point when it came to One for All being transferred to Bakugo, I thought his point was Deku did such a heroic thing that all of the other predecessors of One for All saw that as like, wow, that's a really heroic thing. We'll give One for All like a slight pass on our rule kind of deal. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we'll give Bakugo a little bit of your power, but you're keeping it because you're doing something so amazing. That's what I thought.
Sure. Because I guess I could maybe see that.
I mean, I'm reading it really. I'm having a hard time reading it just like you are.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So sorry. Like, my mind's like scatterbrained with all that. Because every time they show the former One for All users, I'm always fascinated because I hope we get a backstory on each of those guys.
Yeah.
Because they all seem really unique.
You would think eventually we will.
I hope so. Like, I'm pretty sure we should. Like, not just the female one, All Might's master, but I want to see every single one and see if there's any connection, or at least see what they did. Like, all of My Hero begs for a huge prequel to like how everything began. Like, I want to see the first user of.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see that later on, or some sort of spin-off in some way that we'll be able to see all this.
The Vigilantes. Vigilante, yes. but yeah, back to the movie. The little kids were as our little kids, little annoying. Little brats.
They were hell annoying.
Like, for sure. Even the main young kid that he was gonna get absorbed, I thought he was annoying. I was like, man, but yeah, like, I guess I wouldn't do well as a hero. I kind of like be more like Bakugo. Like, brats, like, why are you tricking us? Like, I'll kill you. You know, like, it's not funny.
I was like mostly just annoyed at the sister because she was trying to get something to prove. You know, like
you're
you know, why are you late? Blah blah blah. It's like, well, when they're students too. Yeah. Respect your elders.
Right.
I don't know. Like, it was just really frustrating to see her waste their time, you know, on like these calls. But I guess in the end they have mad respect for them now.
Pretty much. It's like, of course that's not the main goal of all the characters, just to gain the respect, but in time they pretty much just focus on their job, and that's what gained them the respect of the entire town loved them at the beginning. I'm like, that's what it's about. Like, I was so happy when they're like all tired and then all the townspeople gave them that huge spread. I'm like, yeah, see, like, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
In the end, it's not about like trying to impress them. They're just doing the right thing, and like from there on out they were doing their job and defending the whole city when they were under attack. And I like how we didn't get full focus on the professional heroes. We got to see Hawk. We got to see everyone else like basically do their thing.
Well, they got there at the very end after everything's been said and done.
Right.
I mean, I guess that's kind of like the first movie too, where the kids did everything except for when All Might came in. So I guess that's something too, is that in this movie, no pro heroes really got involved, because again, in the first movie, All Might helped defeat the enemy,
the main bad guy,
and then in this one
we got the father-son Detroit Smash, and then this one we got
the double one for all, with Bakugo instead.
Right.
And I like to like with that battle, the final battle against Nine, Deku breaking his arms again, and then like I remember like turning to my girlfriend and just being like, he's still got legs. He can break his legs too.
No, but then he'd be useless. I like how Bakugo was complaining to you, like, dude, my arms. It's like, yeah, that's why I've been doing, Bakugo. Why do you think I've been so like in so much pain? But the final like moment when fighting the main character, I like how it was in my opinion, not as hype as the final moment with All Might and Deku in the first movie. I personally think the first movie had a little more like craziness when it came to the final battle, in my opinion.
Sure.
And But I do like the change of tone when it was just all this crazy explosions and attacks, all to the sound of like someone singing.
Yo,
It was like an opera.
That whole final fight was like
Breathtaking.
It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I was watching like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it was almost like too much to fathom again. And at those moments, I was never thinking of, is this the power that could surpass like pro heroes? It was just kind of like, this is their moment, and that's one thing I like most about it. Yeah, well, overall, like I really liked how everything went, but the first My Hero movie is still kind of like slight
you
step
still
out.
like it a lot better?
Yes, I stand by
I don't
that.
know, man. I like this movie more.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So, I've watched the first movie, both English sub and English dub. In general, I think for the most part, a consensus for the My Hero dub has been pretty good. Like, I haven't seen too many like people say bad things about the My Hero English dub. I watched this movie English sub. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna own this on Blu-ray, especially because my girlfriend loves My Hero, and she'll probably watch this 1,000 times until she gets sick of it. But at some point, I'm planning on watching the English dub of this movie. What was your experience? Like, how did you feel about the English dub of this movie?
I thought the English dub was really good. This was a subtle victory for me, but I knew right off the bat that 9 was Johnny on Bosch, because the whole time I was watching, I was like,
so you went in blind.
I went in completely blind. Hell, I didn't even know I bought a dub ticket. And I'm not saying that I sat there like, it's dub, I'm out of here. Like, I didn't do that at all. I literally was in my bed like, all right, let's watch it right now. I have time. Let's buy a ticket. And I was like, oh, it's a dub. Oh, cool. And that's how I reacted. Everyone sounded pretty good. The kids sounded like kids, which is annoying, but that's the point. Because every time the kids talked, I was like, oh my god, shut your goddamn mouth. Like, oh, I want to slap you right now. Where are your parents? Oh yeah, that's right. Obviously, I can't say that. 9, the Johnny on Bosch did a great job with 9. I was just laughing the whole time because I was like, dude, why does this dude sound like Ichigo? He actually sounds like Lelouch. Is that Johnny on Bosch? And then I sat through the credits waiting for that name. When I saw the name, I walked up and got out. I was like, phew, I knew it. But the dub with everyone's good. The wolf guy sounded pretty grungy, pretty tough. Obviously, the ninja dude with the red stripes or the red bands, he sounded like your like edgelord ninja. Almost sounded like Shiragaki, the hand guy. Shigaraki almost sounded like him in my opinion. And then the lady girl, out of all villain voices, the lady with the red hair sounded a little off. But I'm not one to judge because I don't watch dub as often. But everyone else sounded the way they did, and I would recommend the dub any day. Because obviously I watch a lot of subbed anime.
Yeah.
And I had no problem with it whatsoever. It's just my only gripe was just a subjective one, which is the kids sounding like as they were, which is something I hate hearing is whiny kids. and you're talking to someone that works with like kids in youth groups, so it's like, oh, you're so bratty. I hate it. I love it, but I hate it. God.
I guess since you didn't watch the sub, I mean, for the most part, I feel like a lot of people out there, those listening to this, would probably be watching the English sub. So I guess I don't really have to say much about it. But I thought it was a great performance. I personally was not that annoyed with the kids. I assume it's because I can't speak Japanese, so I just kind of take it for what it is.
It's really hard to give your opinion on Japanese, like, voice acting when you don't speak Japanese yourself.
Exactly.
And that's a different conversation for like a dub versus sub debate, which if you guys want us to have that debate, which I don't think it'll be a debate with us, we have a lot to say on it.
And a lot of us are cool with either.
Yes. As it stands, I'm cool with either.
I mean, as everyone should be.
Yeah, like, ooh, English, gross, my ears. Like suck it up. Then again, Girls in Panzer dub is terrible. So did you get my tweet reference finally when I tweeted out how I said like the movie's pretty good? You see the picture I posted?
I don't remember.
So the powers
We'll put up the tweet somewhere here.
Yeah. So the powers that Nine had was like thunder, like force field air, and he had 2 dragons come out. I every time I saw the dragons, I went Cyber Twin Dragon. Power Bomb, Cyber Twin.
You're lame.
Game.
You're lame.
Every time I saw that, I was like, yes, he's playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Sorry, that was a dumb nerd moment.
Speaking of those dragons, though, I thought those dragons were pretty sick. Whenever they came out, like I think there was a moment where Ochako got rocked by one of the dragons.
Yeah, because she was
like,
about
oh
to.
my God.
She was trying to make him float, and then like boom! It's like, oh, I forgot about those. Like we had him.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, as Nine being an average villain with average motives, his abilities and like the fight that it offered was still really good, and I enjoyed it a lot.
I enjoyed it too. I like how it wasn't a we need to kill him thing. They knew his weakness. They said, okay, we just need to slow him down.
Yeah,
we just need to just siege him, kind of deal. But the thing that kind of made me mad was I know he was aware that I can't use my powers, so I'm just gonna defend myself and keep walking. But part of me is like, can't you use your powers to move faster? Like, because he did the Darth Vader thing where he's just walking, block, get out of my way. Yeah, it's like, they're going to keep attacking you. Do you know their strategy? Maybe try, like, disappearing, take a different route, running out of nowhere. Like, I don't know. Like, he was just doing the Darth Vader, like, get this out of my way, get this out of my way. It's like, dude, the kids are up there. They're not even hiding them. I hate how it was a protect the kids mission, and the kids were still up on the top part, looking down. It's like, what do you got to look at?
That's what frustrated me in this movie was the fact that every time, like, I know why, but like every time, like the students were like, run away, get out of here, we're not gonna make it. Sort of like when they didn't think they were gonna beat any of the enemies,
right?
The kids would just stay there. But I mean, like, you're frozen in fear, which makes sense. They're children. But at the same time, it's like, come on, just run, get out of there. Like, don't make their fighting a wasted effort. They want you to get out.
Right. And you know that guy was, as scary as that was, when he's like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to take your powers. Part of me was like, dude, do it. He's not going to kill you. Like, it's fine. Like, part of me was like, dude, I think the guy should take his power just so, like, they leave him alone. But in my mind,
he's a villain. Why would you let him just why would you let him complete his goal?
Because everyone's already gonna die anyway. He's just, I guess I'm like the pessimistic one. It's like, dude, it's looking bad. Let's just hope that what he takes, he'll lead and let the pro heroes handle this. Because a lot of my times in my head, I was like, dude, we need the pro heroes. Like, this is looking really bad right now. And that's why it made it so much sweeter that the kids came out on top. Animation wise, it looked.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was great, especially that last battle. Like it was. The last battle was it was reminiscent to me of
tournament.
Of the tournament. Yep. Like, there was a certain part of the tournament. It was when Deku fighting Todoroki?
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of animation. They did the same thing in this movie.
It's probably the same dude that did it.
It probably is, but I didn't mind it. The only thing, though, is that at some point during that final fight, like, when I said what's going on, like, I was literally thinking, like, what's going on? Like, everything's going so fast.
It's like, it's too much for you to, like, process. You're like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh my god, what's happening?
You're gonna go, when you get the Blu-ray, you can go frame by frame. Like, dude, he was right here the whole time. Like, you lose track of the characters. You're like, what's all these colors? Oh, there he is, right there. He's breaking that boulder now. Ooh.
So, something that I find interesting with this movie, and I assume the last movie, I think it's kind of like One Piece, like some of the current movies for One Piece, where it's like the characters, like the villain and whatnot, they're real villains, or like they're real characters that exist within the My Hero universe, but the story within the movie is self-contained. Like, it's not canonical to what we've seen, but those characters may exist. Like, I think Nine shows up in one of the panels in the manga.
Really?
Like, in the bottom right corner. If I can find it, we'll put it here. But he shows up in the bottom right corner in, like, not like necessarily a flashback, but I don't know, just a reference to something. I don't know. But that's why I'm saying, like, I think these characters are real. and maybe they'll show up in the anime or in the manga somehow.
I mean, that'll confirm it if we see 9 in the future in the
But
manga.
the thing is, the events of the movie may not be real though, or they're probably not real. I mean, I don't think we're gonna see any other reference to this movie within the manga or in the anime. I just maybe they'll take the characters and use them for a different storyline. I don't know.
Yeah, that's another small gripe that I have with the My Hero movies, and I know that's the same with any other shonen anime movie. Then again, I like the way One Piece goes about it, which is like this is just another island that they ran into, canonical or not, and that's because One Piece is such a vast world, you'll never know what you run into. But with My Hero, the fact that they're still in school and this was an assignment.
I mean, there's no filler in My Hero really. I mean, maybe
True.
there's like a little bit of filler,
but that's like half an episode almost, or just like something that we're able to get there where it doesn't.
Yeah,
feel
like an
different.
episode here or there, maybe filler or recap, but there's not really anything else. You're getting most of the story, but the movies themselves, I guess you can consider them filler with canon characters. I don't know.
And with canon backstories, because they kept referring to All for One. Like he's like All for One, and All for One, they're trying to replicate his ability to other enemies, and Nine was the one that was able to almost be like him. And the fact that that exists, you know, it's canon, like you said, canon storyline and characters in a non-canon setting. It's like that's the only gripe I have with anime movies in general that involve things that are already built up for us. It's like that's why I'm a firm believer that the first movie is the first, and then the second one is the sequel to the first movie. So that's why I'm thinking, like, if there's a third My Hero movie, this is the sequel till after there's.
I don't know, man. I think they're completely disconnected.
Okay, I'll hang on to that for myself.
Because to me, that's how anime, like, a lot of the anime movies kind of follow their own continuity, and some are unrelated to others. I don't think any movies have, like, when I think about Pokemon movies where it's like,
oh yeah,
you know, they see the next legendary but they forgot the one that they saw before, they forgot the one that they saw before as if the one that they're seeing now is the first legendary they've ever seen. So I kind of feel like that's what My Hero's gonna do for these two movies, is that you know, the first movie and the second movie are completely separate continuities. They just happen to be during different parts of wherever the anime or the manga is. Like, this movie takes place in a place in the manga, like after a place in the manga, not the anime. So if you watch this movie and you were confused about like anything in it, like story-wise, in connection to the anime, then that's probably why, because you should, like, not you should have, but like this movie takes place somewhere where the manga's been, but not the anime.
Right. Oh no, I think right now it'd be nice if there wasn't a My Hero. Like, I'm not sure what year the first My Hero movie aired. It was like 2018, right? So I think
it was like 2 years ago, yeah.
Right. So I'm kind of hoping that we wait a little longer for a third movie. Like, probably not 2 years in my opinion. I'd probably say maybe 3, maybe as much as 4, because now I know a lot of people are just gonna be really focused on the anime and manga and stuff, because I started reading the manga again. I'm at like 200. I'm at like the skirmishes with other schools right now, and that's all I pretty much want now. Like, watching this movie just made me just crave more of My Hero in general. So I just hope that right now all the focus with the staff and everyone writing is just gonna be on the main story at this point, because I just have so many questions that got me curious, which is like the One for Alls, and you know, if we're gonna have another movie, what's gonna be the big moment there? Because if Deku's gonna hand like All for One, is willing to hand off One for All to Bakugo, I'm like, wait, so movie 3, are you gonna like pour your blood out for everyone in the class? Like, all right,
everyone's gonna have
all right, everyone, take a shot.
Everyone's gonna have One for All.
Can you imagine like Ochako with One for All? Like, yeah, the whole world is levitating.
I'd assume that at some point, whatever the next movie is gonna be, Deku is going to be able to go further than 20%. He'll be at like 50 or 80, but without that's pretty high, but like without breaking his arms or overextending himself. Maybe they'll have new costumes.
Right.
What would be cool is like movie exclusive costumes.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, because have you noticed, like, in other shonen movies like Naruto, they kind of change.
Yeah, they have like movie outfits.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Like some really nice like character design changes to everything, like on their costumes. Because of course, like, oh look, like I'm noticing in the manga, they're like, oh, there's winter like versions of your costume and summer versions. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, let's give them something else that looks cool. Like, I want to see if they're going to become pro heroes. I'm under the assumption that their costumes are going to have a completely different twist, or like something a lot more badass than they got now. So yes, when it comes to the movies, I think they really need to focus more on it being like, yeah, this is non-canonical, but here's some like really great stuff that we did. Here's some great fights.
Like here's a movie costume just exclusively for this movie, and I think that'd be really cool to see. Or I don't know. Maybe not tied into kind of a story in relation to All For One. Because like I like how some movies like Dragon Ball and like Pokemon, like they're these self-contained stories. They're not necessarily tied into the major villain or any. It's like like the villains of the week, but for the movie. I kind of feel like My Hero should maybe experiment going in that direction, so it's not necessarily story focused, but they have a bit more freedom to explore, to make different costumes, to create a villain that's just not tied to All For One, because 2 movies, both villains tied to All For One,
Really? The first movie?
Yeah, that guy, he was hired. He talked to All For One.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay,
that was a big reveal towards the end.
All right.
I guess it's too late now, but spoiler alert for the first movie.
Oh yeah, we didn't watch the first movie, but we watched the second. How dare you? I think what I want if they were making another movie was, now I want more involvement, not with the pro heroes. I like student only kind of deal, but now I want to involve those other student heroes from all the other schools.
Oh, some other characters?
Yes. Sure. We didn't see them at all in this one.
I actually kind of want to see more, like, I know the focus is the students, but I kind of do want to see more cooperation with the pro heroes now. I want to see other pro heroes. I don't want to just see All Might. Like, maybe I want to see I don't know, with the current state of the manga, no spoilers to you or anything.
Okay.
But I want to see more like action from like Hawks or Endeavor, Best Jeanist, Aizawa.
Do you just want to see that bunny girl with the thick legs?
Yo, Mirko is best.
Yes,
I fucking love her. I want to crush her. No, I don't want to crush her. I want her to crush me.
I want to smash her.
Yo, she's the greatest. If you don't know Mirko, you're losing out on life. Go bless yourself and culture yourself and look at her. In the manga, she crushes a villain between her thighs, and I wish that was me. One of my favorite.
So what you're saying is we gotta become villains.
Yes, one of my favorite comments is, "I will become a villain just so that she will crush me between her thighs."
Plot twist: Endeavor sets you on fire. No, bring me another hero.
But yeah, I do want to see more pro hero action in these movies. Like, yeah. Maybe cooperation or team ups with them, like maybe cooperation from the heroes that are teachers or the ones that the students are interning for. See them cooperate together.
Would you be against
big baddies?
Would you be against a movie that just revolves around all top class heroes?
No, I would not be against that at all.
Right.
I would actually be here for it, just because, like, yeah, I love seeing the students.
Well, it's like
the pro heroes know what to do. Like, they're gonna have the more insane attacks. Like, can you imagine, like, movie level action scenes with the pro heroes, like all of them cooperating? Like, that's gonna be crazy.
Right, and also could give us a little taste of how far out the students are.
Yeah,
because I know there is that gap. They probably don't talk about too often. Again, it's like students versus adults. Who's gonna win? Obviously, the ones with more experience. So obviously, like, All Might's probably not going to be the center of that movie. It could be another pro hero. But seeing, I would love to see all the top pro heroes just, like, be pushed into a corner as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that would make for a really good film. Also, it's like, we see the UA students so often. It's that, like, now I want a breath of fresh air of, like, still having my hero fix, but look at other characters, which is why, you know, having the Vigilante series, like, be adapted to, like, a movie, or if they get an anime spin-off, that'd be kind of weird, honestly. But just giving more focus to other characters that other fans sincerely like. Like, out of all, like, the pro heroes, I like that wooden guy, the Kamui wooden guy. Kamui Wood, and that what's the ninja dude, Ed Shot or whatever. Or
I think so. Edgelord, I don't know.
Edgelord, yeah, because he was when and I love how the little kid had a badge of him. That was adorable. I'm like, that's cool. Like, there are fans all over the world.
Yeah,
and
so I want to see those heroes in action.
Right.
I want to see them pull out all the stops. Like, I want to see Eraserhead go all out.
Right.
You know, I want to see
after he gets a full night's sleep, please.
I want to see Endeavor and All Might cooperate. That'd be dope.
Ooh.
Like a double team of All Might and Endeavor destroying a villain. You know, like maybe like the top 5 heroes currently teaming up to have to take down a villain. You know how dope that would be?
Yeah. Yeah,
like, that's what I want to see. I want to see more pro heroes. Maybe use the movie as an opportunity to do
this. Because they hint at the pro heroes so often in the series. Like, oh, here's the current top 10. Here's who you're interning under. He's the number 3 hero.
Yeah.
And it always gets the shonen boy, like, jumping up and down in my heart. Like, oh, how strong is he, man? Like, we got to see a good glimpse of him during the arc with All for One. And that's why I really like that arc, is, like, we get to see a glimpse of all these pro heroes kind of, like, really battle it out. Not just see them as, oh, they're your boss, do as they say. And just seeing a movie like that would be a huge breath of fresh air. And just, I say keep the story simple. It's every day, new villain rises up. It could be cool if it was like a hero that turns villain. You know?
Oh, like, that would be dope too.
A hero that turns villain,
and the students have to fight. Oh,
yeah. Oh, that'll cause, like, conflicting things. Like, he's a villain, take him down, but he's our.
That'd be interesting.
He's our teacher. It's like, I can't.
We got to go over there and pitch these ideas.
We can. Borders are closed in Japan.
But I guess, you know, let us know down below what you want to see in a My Hero movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, what do you agree with us? Do you want to see a movie focused on, like, the pro heroes? Do you want to see something completely different? I don't know.
Right. Do you want to see a different, like, main focus on a character? Because it's been all about Deku and Bakugo for a very long time now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, like, I mean, we're not going to give that little grape dude his center, but you know what I mean. Like, what would be the next level of, like, this is what I want to see from My Hero?
Exactly. And let us know what you thought about the movie. I think we said all what we had to say about it.
That's all I had. I want to know what the song at the end was, and because it was really beautifully done, beautifully sung. That's about it. Great experience. If you some reason watch this episode without watching the My Hero movie,
you're kind of weird. You should go watch it.
Or they just like looking at us and hearing us talk. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget to follow us on social media, on Twitter at ManimeTV, Instagram. Follow us here on YouTube. Subscribe, please.
And check out all of our other videos.
Yeah. I guess see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Bye.